Carl here. Welcome back to GuitarU.com. Almost left that one out. The best free guitar school anywhere. Talking about root 5 bar chords. Bar chords with their root notes on string 5. If you've been taking these lessons sequentially, you've learned about root 6 bar chords. So this is exactly the same thinking. Taking a basic chord shape and moving that shape up the neck. If you're on my page, you'll see just above you a diagram which illustrates the concept of transposing the basic open string chords A minor, and A7 to B, B minor, and B7. These are called movable chords or movable chord shapes. Without a doubt, the A type is the most difficult one and the biggest stumbling block you will encounter. Lots of times when you play A, you play it with the first finger like that. Lots of other times you play it like that. When you play an A-type movable bar chord, some people will do that, and some people will squeeze all those fingers into one fret and reach back with that first finger. Here I'm playing a root 5 B major chord with my first finger playing the B note on string 5. My first finger is also blocking the fat string. It's not playing it, it's just touching it so it doesn't sound. My third finger is bent, sort of like a banana, arching and curving, playing the 3 middle strings of that chord, the notes on the D, G, and B strings respectively. And also, through precise finger placement, I'm actually blocking the high E string as well. This is the preferred method most rock and rollers and pop guitarists use for playing a root 5 major chord. It takes a little practice, but it's well worth the effort. Here you see me playing one of my least favorite things in the whole wide world, the classical guitarist's version of a root 5 bar chord. It's not really a bar chord because you can play it with 4 fingers just like I'm doing in the illustration, but you also can bar the first finger, enabling you to play the high E string, which is really the purpose of this fingering. In this photo, I am extremely uncomfortable, and I never play the chord this way. Also, I don't know any rock and roll or pop guitarists or jazz guitarists who employ this chord. But if you like it, it's actually pretty cool because you do have that high E string. If you can do it, do it. Okay, when I do it myself, I like to curve my first finger and flatten that third finger out like a banana. And I deaden out the 2 E strings with precise finger placement. I've been doing it long enough where if I want that top E, I can get it, but I very rarely need that. Also, I'd like to point out the bar, if you're barring the first finger, the bar should just only go up to the 5th string. It shouldn't cover the 6th string. A lot of people find that necessary to do, and I'm one of those people. When I play a B minor or a B7, for example, I bar the whole thing, and I just avoid that fat string. If you do play that fat string, when you play a root 5 bar chord, you're coming up with something else. You're coming up with a slash chord, as we've also learned in this course. Say, for example, in The Wind Cries Mary, he gets that sound from not playing E flat, but playing E flat with a B flat bass. So that is quite a different sound. Again, precise finger placement is the term I've developed to make sure that you don't play unwanted notes when you're playing the bar chords. Also, root 5 bar chords are some of my favorite chords to get that rock and roll sound. Even though they may contain exactly the same notes as a root 6 chord, like say for example in the case of E, I'm playing a root 6 E all the way up here, but if I play a root 5 one, there's just that little bit of textural difference, a little bit of more snap in that chord to my ear. So I really do enjoy playing those root 5 bar chords. There's been many, many great songs that have used them, like China Grove by the Doobie Brothers, using that great big old E chord, and Rock You Like a Hurricane. And lots of other great classic songs. Cocaine, like I was playing in the beginning of the lesson. Okay, this is Carl. Thanks for coming by and checking out my stuff. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you checking out my lessons, and I hope you're learning and enjoying them. GuitarU.com is the best free guitar school anywhere. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.